So today I'll be giving you guys 3 tips on how to become a ChatGPT Pro FAST in 2026. So the first one involves memory mode. Now we all know to access memory mode you simply have to go to settings, which you can access in the bottom left, and then go to personalization, scroll down and you'll see it here. Now with memory mode on, right, I have it on where we have reference save memories so I can use it in the future and reference chat history of things that we've discussed in the past. Now it's worth noting, however, that memory mode sometimes operates organically where it'll just remember things on its own whim and you don't instruct that, so it'll just remember certain things that maybe you don't want it to remember. And at other points, obviously, if you tell it to remember something, it will. And then all of that is stored right here where you can go and manage each and every single one of your memories and remove them to fit whatever it is that you want to do. But one of the most important things, in my opinion, in 2026 is having good memory hygiene within your ChatGPT system, right? So by cleaning it and going into manage and eliminating the ones you don't want is great, but another way that you can do this is by using the temporary chat mode. Now, a lot of people overlook the temporary chat mode because it's not exactly great in comparison if you wanted to reference other stuff. But if you're having a your everyday conversation that you know is not going to last into other chats, simply just use it so it doesn't accidentally start saving memories. Now, you can also just turn off memory mode, but I don't recommend that because it's very beneficial when you're using it for longer term things. So easily just go up here, turn on temporary chat, and chat like that when you're talking to it. You know what I mean? Use that instead of going and having it potentially save memories you don't need, that you'll have to either go clean up later, or that'll interfere in the future with other stuff that you're covering. Now, also relevant to memory hygiene is the second tip. The second tip is, let's say you're doing something, whether it's for schoolwork, whether it's for some sort of project you're doing at school or for work, or a presentation, or you're planning a trip, something very specific that you know you're going to be doing and using regularly about one specific thing, go ahead and utilize projects mode. People overlook this all the time, and it's such a fantastic feature of ChatGPT. I use it right here with my tech tip channel that we're on right now. I find it super useful. So all you'd have to do is simply go to new project. Let's say you're planning a trip. You want to go to Copenhagen. As we see here, you can simply just click travel, or you can type in the trip that you would be doing. And most importantly, like we can see here that projects keep chats, files, and custom instructions in one place. Use them for ongoing work or just to keep things tidy. So basically, it's like a folder almost, or like a file aligned specifically for that one thing that you're doing. So instead of having a Copenhagen trip in 3 different chats asking multiple questions, you have it in one space where it can remember all the details about you and keep it confined there. So even if you have memory mode on, that won't matter if you access this right here, where you click this and you do memory to state project only. This way, the project can only access its own memories. Its memories are hidden from outside chats. That way, it won't interfere with any other chats. This is a great feature for memory hygiene. You simply would click this, you'd go to create project, and then you'd basically be in a chat discussing that one specific topic, and you can always go back and reference it on the left. What's great about this too is you can upload files and have it analyze those documents or whatever it is you're doing. Let's say you have to show it your plane tickets, or you're asking for hotel recommendations in the area of Copenhagen in this case, or things that you can do there. You can upload certain aspects of whatever it is you're doing or that you plan to do, and it can help build your trip or whatever it is you're doing around the files that you upload. And that can apply for schoolwork as well. Anything that you upload and want it to work on, you can have it, and it stays confined to your little file that we have right here. And everything in terms of memory stays confined to that, and it doesn't interfere with any of your other chats, which is a big factor in terms of memory hygiene, which is crucial in my opinion in 2026. Now the third and final tip involves prompting. A lot of people have a difficult time with prompting. They don't understand how to do it. They don't know how to make it as perfect as possible. But honestly, the easiest thing to do if you don't know how to prompt is to simply ask ChatGPT to do it for you. So what I would do here, for instance, in relevance to our Copenhagen trip, right? I can ask ChatGPT to create me the perfect prompt that I can plug right back into our projects mode so that it becomes our own personal travel advisor, for instance. And you can do that for whatever you want ChatGPT to be. Just simply ask ChatGPT to create you your own prompts. You can even do that for prompts that would be on other platforms. Let's say you wanted to do it for Sora, or you want to do it for Suno, or any other type of app that involves AI and prompts. You just simply ask ChatGPT to do it in that language for that specific app. So for instance here I said, please create me the perfect prompt that I can feed back into projects mode so that it can become my personal travel advisor for my upcoming Copenhagen trip in February 2026. So you'd simply enter something like that. It doesn't have to be exact. ChatGPT is pretty smart. It'll understand what you mean. And then it'll give you a copy-pastable prompt that you can put right back into projects mode. That's perfect. We'll let it finish and I'll copy again just in case it didn't process everything. And then we're going to go right back to our travel mode and upload this into the chat and make sure that ChatGPT becomes our new travel agent. And ideally, it'll be pretty good at it. See, we see here, be concise, practical, targeted questions, first message mandatory, exact trip dates, and then see it's going to follow up with the different things that you would need it to do, ideally to be your personal travel assistant for our Copenhagen trip. So we copy, we go back to travel mode. Now we haven't actually started any chats here in travel, so this is the first one, and we'll prompt it so now it becomes our travel agent or travel advisor. And then just like this, it starts asking us the questions that it's required to ask that we put into the prompt. So exact trip dates, number, where you're staying, etc., etc. All these important questions. And that can apply for literally anything you're doing. It doesn't only have to be travel. It could be for work. It could be for school. It could be for going to the gym. Doesn't make a difference. The same thing applies. Simply just ask ChatGPT to create you your prompts, feed it into whatever it is you're doing, and stop wasting time trying to do the prompts yourself if you don't know how to do it directly. Or take time to learn. But if you don't want to take the time to learn, this is the easiest way to do it. So hopefully you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe, and have a nice day.